Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So yeah, all of the previous 3 videos were in the same night, but editing takes a bit of time, sadly. Or maybe I won't edit it all and release all of these after 2-3 hours, let's see. So as I was saying, we have a loyalty event for all of the newcomers or not. Draw event. This is a God-given gift to everyone. This is so good. Why? All of these are very good, by the way. But this at 475 points, what do you get? For any hunter you have who is dark or wind, these guys, you can choose any of them. Now, which hunter should you actually choose? Let me tell you. What's your team, first of all, is very important. For example, if you have Charlotte but not Isla or Harper, you can still go Charlotte, but it won't be like the best setup. You get my point? Oh wait, where's Harper? Oh, Charlotte, yeah, there she is. I forgot I removed one for her when I was showcasing the Sungjin one. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Charlotte, Harper, Isla. Now, I have all of these 3. Let's say I did have her at A2, A3, A4. I have her at A2, A3. It depends on your dupes. If you have all of these at a good star, A5, A3, A3, you don't need to go for these even more. So this with Charlotte makes Charlotte possibly for me the hardest hitting unit in the game on manual. I don't think it's even close. Yeah, so that's if you want to go for dark. Or let's say you want to go for Harper. Harper is a conditional one. I won't force you to go for her. Now let me tell you why. If you have Gogun He at higher stars, Gogun He is good enough. The only reason I went to Harper, I pulled her, like I said, in 5-7 summons she was at A3. I didn't need to do much. Gunhei, I haven't summoned for him, didn't summon for him because I knew these guys were coming and I thought they would be OP, they are OP. You need one very good breaker in the game. Now, if you have her at A2, A3 and you can make her your main breaker, or if you have Gogun-Hee, you don't need to go for any breaker. I'll be honest with you. If Gogun-Hee is at A5, and I don't think a lot of bosses are strong against light, Gun-Hee is perfect. What are we talking about? Use Gun-Hee on any of the teams for the breaking teams and he'll do the job. Don't need to go for a breaker. If you don't have Gun-Hee, then go for Harper. If you don't have any good breaker, focus on one breaker for all the content. Just one breaker. For me, it's Harper. As you can see, she's at the top. Now, what are the other ones? You have her, you have him. Wu Jinchul, you have Hansime, cool. You have Dongsu, cool. And then you have this Lim Taegu and this guy. This guy has got a buff recently and he's very good. And I'm putting my emphasis on very, very good. Better than Charlotte? I won't say so because I've used both of them in manual mode. A1 obviously does affect a lot, and again, for me, Charlotte is the best DPS in the game. Before, the only one who tops her is this, but she's glass cannon, which is why I put her below her. But now, talking about what I was saying. If you want DPS, Charlotte is the best, but for a free to play, I think you need Charlotte at around where her skill. Yeah. A1 is good. A1 is the minimum. If you get her A1, you'll pop her ultimate really quickly after 20 seconds. Before, what you had to do, if you had her at A0, you have to use the basic skill which I was using to get the ultimate 2 times. You had to go through the whole streak 2 times. Get the core attack up, then use the core attack, then pop the basic skill 3 times again, and then you get the ultimate. Now, at A1, what happens is, you only need to do it once, like I was doing. Press that, press the skill button, she does the whole thing, gets a core attack up, and you already have your ultimate. That's what happens. Now, after that, if you really want to get it, you go from A1 to A3. Charlotte is the best DPS, I'll be honest with you. But if you have this guy at highest stars, let's say he's at A2, she's at A0, then I guess you can pull for him too. DPS wise, it depends on who you have more, what do you call it, advancements on. If both of them are at A3 or something, if both of them are at equal advancements, then you go for her, obviously. She's the newer unit, she'll obviously be better. He got the stat buff, so whenever she'll get the stat buff, she'll be dumb. Okay, so that's my point. But if you have Isla and Harper, Charlotte is a no-brainer for me because she supports her perfectly. Like she is literally meant for to be her for support. Just like Maylin was meant for Alicia, but Maylin is a universal support too. But another DPS option you have that covered Dark, which is Wind. Wind does not have a good enough support. Hansime is good, nothing spectacular. She needs a buff. Wu Jinchul, not the best breaker in the game. For Wind he is, but I don't think you need to use your resources on him. Because whichever content Wind is strong against, Water is too, or Dark. You have Water her, miles better. Then you have, what is the Dark one? Harper, miles better. Now talking about her. She is, like I said, the best DPS in the game, but she's a glass cannon. What does that mean? She takes a lot of damage, sadly. She does take a lot of damage, sadly. Which, honestly, I don't know. I've used her, as you can see, she's at A3. She's one of my favorite hunters. My favorite hunter in the game at the moment is actually Maylin. Because of this attacks. You know, the kitty coming up. I love this. I love the ultimate. You know, let me show you the ultimate. I love her animations. I love animals, you know, that's why. So yeah, talking about her. Let's kill the preview. She's the best. At A5, I don't think there's a single character which hits as hard as her. She's and she stacks on attack. So she has the best artifact set in the game. I don't have a good enough expert set, but 4-piece curse, 4-piece artifact on her. She is the best DPS character in the game at the moment. Thomas Andre will take over her, I believe. I think he should, but I don't know. But yeah, so if your Wind team is strong, go for her. First of all, see which team is strong. If it's Dark, what are you lacking in Dark? If you're lacking a breaker, obviously she's the one. But if you have Gogun Hee at, I don't know, A3, A4, A5, A5, whatever, and he's at 180k power, he's your main breaker, then you can go back on the breaker's side a lot for Harper. If you don't have any other good breaker, which is not Gogun Hee, then you can go Harper. Then you come to Charlotte, which is the best DPS in the game for me. Why? Because like I said, she does more DPS, but she's glass cannon. She is not glass cannon at that point. So yeah, for me, if you want the best DPS for Dark, you go Charlotte. But again, depends upon advancement. If you have him at A3, you don't have a single copy of her. Obviously, you pull for him. If both are at A2, A2, then you go for Charlotte because Charlotte's better than him for me. Do you get my point? Now for Wind. Wind doesn't have a lot of options, let's be honest, good option. DPS, she is the only option. Support, I guess she is the only option. And breaking, he is the only option. We do have him. This guy, Dongsu, which is nothing special, honestly. I won't say wasted on him, don't waste it on him. So yeah, for Dark, DPS wise, you go her or him depending on who's more advanced. If both are at A0, go for Charlotte. It's not a question. Why? Because Charlotte at A1 gets an ultimate quite quickly. And Isla will support 2 perfect. And then Harper, if you don't have a Gogun Hee as your main, breaker, then Harper is needed. For Wind, best DPS Mirei, no question. It doesn't matter how many advancements you have on other character. Her at A5 will bust it up. She is a long-term investment, but she is the best DPS at the moment. Glass Cannon, which is why she goes second in my list. Hansime is not a good enough support. She might get a buff in the future, which might make her OP, but at the moment, there's no buff for her. So yeah, this tells you about which hunter you should go for from this. Now, we have the weapon event. Weapon event is interesting because, okay, let me show you what I mean. From this, you have Charlotte's weapon, which is very good. We'll go up after this. Harper's, Libora's, don't. This is good. This is very good. This is okay. This is very good. This is very good. Now, okay, let me put it into tier list. The best weapons you can craft from this is this. Harper's, Charlotte's one. Why? At max, what it does at A5. It increases your defense by 12%. She stacks off of defense, so perfect. Now, the critical hit rate and critical hit damage of her both of her skills and ultimate increases by 24%. That's dumb. And the last one is not important because it's at A10, not at A5. The second one, which is Harper's. Harper's is good. It increases her HP and then she uses the ultimate damage skill. It increases a team's member Darkman damage by 12%. So, but if you're not using her in a dark team, that's not good enough. So I think you can lay off back on her, but for Harper, this is a good weapon. But not busted. Now, this is a very good weapon for Silver Backman. Now, why? It increases his basic damage by 80%. And when the user's basic attack hits, they take damage equal to 0.1% of their current HP, but also deal damage equal to 0.5% of their current HP to targets. Yes, he has a problem with him going down in health, which is why I said Charlotte's still the better one for me, but okay. Because at A0, the damage he takes is still equal to 0.1%, but the damage he deals is 0.2%. So 0.5% is good enough buff. And this. Before, if the target is immune to bleed, let's say he cannot be infected with bleed, then you deal damage equal to 2.5% of Silver Backman's HP, which goes up to 25%. That's dumb. See, this is why this is a very good weapon for Dark. These are the three you focus on. Libora you can, but she is not a unit. If you have Ayla, you won't use her anyway and stuff, so I won't suggest you to go for it, but you can if you want to, but not my suggestion. Now, Wind. Hansi Maze is good, but nothing special. Like, it increases her HP and increases her damage taken by 5% to targets hit by a Hansi Maze skill, which is good. Whatever skill she uses on any enemy, it increases her damage taken by 5%. Good, but nothing special. Now, for the one and only Mirai. Now, for her, this is actually the one you should go for if you won't go for this one. Charlotte's one, I believe. Why? Because DPS are the main hunters who will do damage. Their weapons are the one you should be stacking up above. So your priority should be the Beck, Charlotte at number 1 or Mirai, depending on who's the main DPS of yours. If it's Silver Backman, go for him. Now, Mirai is at max. Whenever she enters the battlefield, she gets 60% of her ultimate back. Like that. Boom. And it increases the critical hit rate and critical hit damage of both of her skills by 30%. Busted weapon. Same as this. Literally quite similar to this. Busted weapon. So yeah, priority. If you have all three of these characters at A3, let's say. All of these weapons are at A3 too. Okay? Now, then I'll tell you to go for this one first. This is very good. First will be Mirai's. Second will be Charlotte's. Third will be Silver Backman's. The others, as I said, you can get them, but supporting wise, Ayla is the better one. We don't have a weapon over here. Hansime's weapon is good, but I'm not gonna suggest you to go for it. It would be a waste. And Harper's is decent for dark teams. So yeah, that is it. So now, for the first loyalty event, you get to choose a dark or wind character. Second one, you get to choose a weapon, dark or wind, at 1140 points. And the third one, again, you get to choose a one hunter weapon, same as before. So for example, if you have an A3 weapon, you can get it to A5. Keep that in mind. This is done. Armor 2 challenge is the one you have to do to get this. Now, how do you get this? Obtain gloves and boots. I'll show you how to do this in the same video. Why not? Right. We go to Encore missions. There it is. Gloves and boots are coming from here. Oh no. Okay, I'll have to grind this to a 21. So what you want to do is don't try to do these. I haven't cleared these even once. I can easily get to tier 21. I don't know why. Oh, because this has been, I don't think I've ever fought these ones since they reduce the power levels of these on commission. So yeah, use 1 energy, go to 21. It doesn't matter if you use Proof of the Strong or not. You have to grind till 21 to get the maximum wards. I'll pause it, grind to 21 and show you what I mean. Now we're gonna do tier 21. I reached it. It was quite easy. Literally 3-starred all of them. We will do it till level, I think we can try till here. Yeah, let's try it till here. Now why you wanna do this? First of all, let me also explain to you if I did not. When I said you need boots, you do need boots. But why? If you go to armor challenge at draw point, you go to missions, you'll see level 78 and 75 gloves are the one you want, which is basically the legendary artifacts.